unprecedented scenes that were witnessed in West Bengal yesterday and over which both sides have now taken up the fight to the courts there. Let's now talk about this political standoff in West Bengal that has now been taken to the court. Well, after the ED raids, the agency and the TMC IPAC have also now moved the Calcutta High Court, and the Times now meanwhile has accessed the Mamata government's plea, which links the raids to the SIR process. The TMC in its plea has claimed that the raids on IPAC premises are retaliation for protests against the Election Commission's SIR process, and a threat to move Supreme Court by their party triggered this raid by the agency. Let's connect with Akansha on this. Akansha, what does the plea say as this TMC petition has now been accessed?
Absolutely. Remember, yesterday TMC had moved the court, and now in that petition they have mentioned three main points. They have said that the information could be leaked and also linking it to the West Bengal election and SIR process in the state of West Bengal. They mentioned that the respondent number 2 and 3 are known to leak and share confidential data relating to its investigation to media and other stakeholders. The same has been widely reported, and such conduct of the respondents has been routinely criticized by various courts of law. So here mentioning that the data related to the political party could be leaked to media. Secondly, they have mentioned that as far as the data is concerned, that shall be divulged, misutilized and parted to cause prejudice to the petitioner and to thwart the democratic process of free and fair election in the upcoming West Bengal Assembly election 2026. The petitioner says that petitioner, having not received any notice from respondent number 2 and 3 in connection to the present search and seizure process, in fact, is something that is very grave. So here linking this to the West Bengal election. Another point that has been mentioned links it to the current SIR process in the state of West Bengal. It goes on to say that the petitioner states that petitioner has been actively involved in protesting and standing up against the harassment faced by a common man in the state of West Bengal due to the recent implementation of the SIR process by the Election Commission. And a very important point that they've mentioned, that we have recently seen that the people of Bihar were also subjected to this. It is only when the chairperson of the petitioner threatened to knock on the doors of the apex court, that is the Supreme Court, that respondent number 2 and 3, that is ED, have come up with this unique idea of conducting the said searches and seizure at the petitioner's political strategist office and its director residence. So linking it to SIR process, saying that when they hinted that they will be moving the Supreme Court as far as the SIR process is concerned, yes, the ED raided the premises.
So Bhavtosh, good morning. The TMC here linking the ED raids to the SIR protest, claiming that raids after the party opposed the SIR process, saying that ED raided IPAC premises to intimidate levels of grave serious charges against the ED.
Yes, Amita, in fact, good morning. As far as ED is concerned, they have denied these charges. They have said that searches that started early in the morning, they were conducted in a very peaceful manner, and only when the chief minister came with her entourage that things turned ugly. In the petition that we have accessed, which has been filed by the TMC, TMC has in fact drawn an equivalence between their petition in the Supreme Court in the SIR matter and the searches that have been carried out by the Enforcement Directorate. In fact, they have accused Enforcement Directorate of leaking the details of the searches that were conducted yesterday. In fact, asking the Calcutta High Court to give a directions to the Enforcement Directorate not to leak anything pertaining to the searches that have been carried out. Now, what officials in the ED has said is that when they went to IPAC office, they were working on a prior case pertaining to the coal scam and coal theft case, in which they had said that they have found, what they have found is that IPAC is a beneficiary and also they are involved in money laundering. Now, so far, no official statement from IPAC, but what ED has said is that they have found a link between the Goa Assembly election of 2022 and IPAC, claiming that around 20 crore rupees was transferred by TMC through Hawala dealers to IPAC, a charge that has...
Stay on with us, Bhavtosh. राहुल सिन्हा जी हमारे साथ फोन लाइन पे जुड़ गए हैं। राहुल सिन्हा जी, डॉक्यूमेंट चोरी का आरोप लगाते हुए नजर आ रही है ममता बनर्जी और टीम से टीएमसी, और ये सीधा लड़ाई अब कलकत्ता हाईकोर्ट में लड़ी जाएगी। दोनों पक्षों से बताया जा रहा है कि कंप्लेंट फाइल कर दी गई है।
देखिए, बात ये है, जो अपराध ममता बनर्जी ने किया, अभी उसको छुपाने के लिए उन्होंने प्रयास कर रहा है और इसीलिए उन्होंने एक केस ले गए। लेकिन मैं समझता हूँ जिस ढंग का बात हुआ, इससे हाई कोर्ट जरूर कोई कदम उठाएंगे, ऐसा ही सब लोगों का मानना है। थोड़ी देर बाद केस को हाई कोर्ट में दर्ज होगा, सवाल होगा, उसके बाद ही क्या होता है वो हम देखने के लिए सब तैयार हैं।
चलिए, धन्यवाद आपका राहुल सिन्हा जी हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए. Well, that seems to be the allegation that has been leveled on part of the BJP, saying that what is the position there to hide and hush up things as far as when it comes to the abuse of power. That seems to be the allegation that has now been leveled on part of the opposition BJP. But let's continue to get you the updates coming in from West Bengal, where the political war over the ED raids on IPAC in Kolkata has now reached the doorsteps of the Calcutta High Court, as we just put out the TMC petition, which is now linking the ongoing exercise, saying that why they are now being attacked just because they oppose the SIR by the Election Commission. Now, after the Enforcement Directorate moved the Calcutta High Court, alleging that the Chief Minister herself obstructed the probe process and walked away with key evidences. Now, both IPAC as well as TMC have now knocked the doors of the High Court. IPAC has verbally mentioned the matter before the court, seeking immediate stay on the ongoing raids. The TMC has also filed a petition before the single bench, alleging that the ED had taken TMC's political documents, which were not related to the case of coal smuggling or money laundering that the ED was investigating. Additionally, the IPAC chief Pratik Jain's family has also filed a police complaint, alleging that there has been chori of important documents during ED raids.
At this moment, we are present right in front of the office of IPAC in Kolkata, where the Central Probe Agency Enforcement Directorate conducted the raid, and this search operation was carried out by the agency in connection with coal smuggling case. And in connection with this case, a different team of Enforcement Directorate carried out the raid at the several locations in Kolkata, including this office of IPAC, which is the official political strategist of state ruling party Trinamool Congress. You know, IPAC has been associated with the Trinamool Congress since last 6 years after the Lok Sabha election in 2019, and since then the is directly associated with IPAC, and just ahead of the high voltage election in West Bengal, the Central Probe Agency carried out this raid for at least 11 hours at the same office. Not only this office, the Central Agency has also conducted the raid at the house of Pratik Jain, who is the director and co-founder of IPAC after PK Prashant Kishore left the organization. He is now holding the charge of IPAC. And so both the locations linked to IPAC were raided by the Central Probe Agency in connection with the coal smuggling case. But Mamata Banerjee, Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, has accused Central Probe Agency of stealing their data related to the political strategy of Trinamool Congress, including the candidate list of Trinamool Congress just ahead of election. And she has also alleged that this agency is being used as a tool by the central government for the political purpose only. But however, Central Probe Agency Enforcement Directorate has already approached Calcutta High Court, alleging the obstruction which was done by Mamata Banerjee, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. As per the sources in ED, they have approached before the Calcutta High Court, saying that, alleging that Mamata Banerjee arrived at this office when the raid was underway, when the ED officials were carrying out the search operation, when the documents were being checked by.
Meanwhile, Times Now has gathered the inside details of what transpired during the ED raids yesterday. As per ED sources, CM Mamata Banerjee's aide tried to pressurize her probe agency officials into mentioning that nothing was found in the searches, nothing has been found in record, and the ED officials also claimed that there is evidence to show that files and electronic gadgets have been removed from two premises where CM Mamata Banerjee herself was present. Now, sources say the ED officials are asking as far as when it comes to end the searches. Meanwhile, ED searches that were carried out on the basis of gathering evidence during coal smuggling and theft investigation, as the investigation has now revealed that there seems to be a Hawala transaction or illicit money transaction worth around 20 crores. And this illicit transaction allegedly happened between 2018-2022 and was also allegedly linked to 2022 Goa elections. So what is the IPAC and the TMC role here that is now being cited, Bhavtosh, as the TMC reportedly had routed this illicit money through Hawala operators to IPAC ahead of the Goa Assembly elections?
Well, Amita, as far as the ED is concerned, what they had done is that they had taken cognizance of a CBI FIR that was filed in 2020, and since then ED has been probing this case. The person of interest as far as ED is concerned is Anup Machi, who was first arrested by the CBI and then subsequently Enforcement Directorate took his custody. Now CBI has said that ED and CBI has said that the total proceeds of crime as far as this case is concerned stands at 2,700 rupees. Now, why ED carried out raids and searches yesterday, according to officials, is the reason that they have found a link between IPAC and certain transactions that took place in Goa Assembly elections in 2022. ED has said that amount stands at around 20 crore rupees. This charge, as of now, has been denied by West Bengal Chief Minister, claiming that these are mere rumors and these are allegations that have been leveled by ED primarily because they wanted to steal confidential data from the office of IPAC. And she had said that when she in fact went to the office of IPAC as well as to the residence of Pratik Jain, she has completely denied these charges.
Yes.
Enforcement Directorate, in a statement that has been issued by them yesterday, they had said that evidence has been stolen, and that's the reason that they have now filed a petition in the Calcutta High Court.
ED searches that has been taking place in other locations as well, Bhavtosh, will the ED continue with its raids? Quick response, please.
Amita, raids yesterday went in the capital at 4 places and also at some other places in West Bengal. So searches are going on, at least at premises that are not directly linked to Pratik Jain, also to IPAC. But yes, at 2 places in Calcutta, which were in link to IPAC and Pratik Jain, those searches could not be completed because of the fact that Mamata Banerjee went there, and searches were in fact completely got over because of the fact that some documents as well as files were taken away by the West Bengal Chief Minister and people accompanying her.
All right. Well, that she did admit holding files certain in her hand, saying that those were strategy plans and documents of the TMC, which she had called, as far as this entire raids that has been conducted, as to be politically motivated. Let's in the meantime also talk about how the BJP has been reacting. Bhavtosh, we'll reconnect with you. Now, over the IPAC raids, the BJP is now attacking the TMC government and calling it as Jungle Raj, alleging that there is nothing but abuse of power and claiming that the Chief Minister herself obstructed the probe carrying out, and saying that the people of West Bengal are questioning what is the compulsion for a sitting Chief Minister to physically interfere in an investigation scene and forcibly take away key evidence connected to an investigation related to coal smuggling and money laundering. Well, that seems to be the point that has now been raised on part of CR Kesavan of the BJP, saying that the people of West Bengal who have suffered under TMC's Jungle Raj have made up their mind to boot out TMC's corrupt regime in the upcoming elections. Now, in the meantime, speaking of the protest that seems to be happening, we are looking at Mamata Banerjee and the TMC saying that they will continue with their protest. Yesterday also, the protest continued, and today what is being said that the protest march would be taken out in the afternoon, where Chief Minister is expected to take part in it. Mamata Banerjee and the TMC are upping the ante over the ED raids, as protests that were held by the TMC workers yesterday will continue today as well. And the Chief Minister had announced that the protest march will be taken out in Kolkata at around 3 p.m, vowing to prevent alleged bid to steal party's key strategy documents. Well, that seems to be the allegation that she had leveled against the ED yesterday.
এবং আমাদের সব ডেটা চুরি করার উপর হামলা নিয়ে মিথ্যে আমার নামে কেস বানিয়ে তুমি যদি আমার বাড়িতে চুরি করতে আসো, আমি চেষ্টা করব না চুরিটা আটকাতে? বলুন তো। চুরি করে সব নিয়ে চলে গেছে, সব ডেটা, এসআইআর এর লিস্ট। কত অসহায় মানুষ চিঠি পাঠিয়েছে যে আমার নাম তোলেনি, আমাকে বাঁচান। সারাক্ষণ শুধু হামলা করা আর মিথ্যে কথা বলা। করছে লুট, বলছে ঝুট, করতে লুট, বলতে ঝুট। এর বিরুদ্ধে আগামীকাল বিকেল 3টের সময় আপনারা জমায়েত হয়ে যাবেন 2-2:30-এর মধ্যে, যে যেরকম পারবেন। যাদবপুরে 8B বাস স্ট্যান্ডের সামনে জমায়েত হবে।
Well, that seems to be the attack that the Chief Minister herself that she has mounted. And as far as these ED raids that has been taking place, Mamata Banerjee herself was seen holding a green file, which later became a talking point for the BJP, which the party leaders claimed that she was hiding something. Let's connect with Rajesh on this. Rajesh, as far as the TMC is concerned, they are expected to continue with their protest, with Mamata Banerjee herself expected to lead this protest in Kolkata.
Came out of the office of IPAC during the raid of Enforcement Directorate, Mamata Banerjee herself announced that TMC will be carried out strong protest across the state against this raid by the Enforcement Directorate. And yesterday we have seen TMC has already protested in several districts across the state. And today the strongest rally will be taken out by Trinamool Congress led by Mamata Banerjee herself from Jadavpur area to Hajra More in Kolkata, and that will be around 3 p.m. today. So that will be the biggest protest rally in Kolkata after this raid conducted by the Central Provincial Enforcement Directorate at the premises of IPAC yesterday.
All right. Well, we are expecting the protest to continue on part of the TMC. Meanwhile, as far as this fight from both sides have also been taken up to the courts there in West Bengal. Rajesh, thank you very much for the moment for joining in. Let's move on and talk